Hey, welcome everyone. Today, another match for the Jigoku Invitational. It's going to be Courteous Corsair versus Rurouni Musashi. I think we have ourselves a Lion Unicorn. Yes, that was it. Lion Unicorn match. And if we check up on the let me get the deck lists here. We'll be starting in a few minutes. That's the Unicorn deck. That's the Lion deck. Okay, so it's pretty boring Phoenix to Lion with 3 Phoenix to 2 and 3 Let Go, and then all the stuff you would expect. I guess the spiciest thing is a Ikoma Kiyono in such a list. We are running Keepers as the restricted card, although that's not unthinkable, but outside of the in-service to run there's not really any synergy with it. And Unicorn is East Wind, Makeshift Warcamp for Greater Glory, Take Up Command. So 2 for Greater Glory, 2 Makeshift Warcamp, 1 Take Up Command, and then Meditations, Driven by Courage, Courteous Greeting, Riot in the Streets, interesting. But if any clan is able to run it, it's probably Unicorn, and then Weight of Duty. So East Wind on the Lion side, there's Meditation as well, although that's not usable. No, that's usable by East Wind if you haven't your own Meditations revealed yet. There's Pilgrimage, there's Visitation, there's Art of War, and there's Cycle of Vengeance. So Meditations is in both decks, so not really any access to anything extra there. Alright, stream title updated. So yeah, it looks like someone tried to fit an HMT list into Eastwind. We literally have Battlemate and Recruits. And like the lowest you can go in terms of fate curve in Unicorn, like the highest cost thing is a benefactor, and that's the only 4 cost and even no 3 costs in the list. Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, the idea would be that Courteous Greeting and Riot in the Streets / Weight of Duty are enough of a push to get a HMT sort of game plan through, although you still have very little in terms of political skill with this. So you're completely relying on captive audience to give you that leverage, which I don't really like. Lion is on keeper, so I do expect, yeah, okay, there's 2 defend your honor and 2 censure. I kind of like that. Personally, I would go, it depends on what you expect to be weak against or need the cancels against. I might be more in favor of 3 defend your honor over and 1 censure over 2 censure. But you're playing Kiano, you have keepers, so probably a good spread. All right, and we have started. Lion player is going to begin. That doesn't necessarily favor Lion in this case. It depends how quick Musashi wants to be. If they can be fast and Lion runs into something stupid like Courteous greeting or something, then that might really set them back. I kind of expect like a full 0 fade buy here, except for maybe the infantry here. So, again, I'm not sure how this is going to go. Finds Courteous greeting, that is... that's not good. Oh, I would have... This is an easy defense with the Battle Maiden as well, right? Like... Get the bow in. But maybe... Although, yeah, no, the Battle Maiden is almost never going to make a difference, so... Might as well have it in there for bowing the Mozzo, who is at least probably going to get a tactical ingenuity. In terms of ready effects, we have 3 Tessin. We have no battle mating camp. And we have 2 Shadow Steed. And then of course cavalry reserves, but that's not very relevant. Ingenuity misses. It is a 16 attachment deck, so... Okay, we're going for Bonsai. Oh yeah, that's an easy trade-in skill. If let me check if Courteous is on ready for battle. They aren't, so that's a pretty bad committal of a Banzai. So we might see a Way of the Lion on the Berserker. There is an assassination on the Unicorn side. There isn't one on the Lion side. Oh, but yeah, of course, there's a Fan of Command. I don't know why we're using East Wind to make it a to make it still a break. Oh my fucking god. Wait, Unicorn is not on attachment removal. Oh my fucking god. Yuchi Soul Weaver coming in big here. Gets the keeper initiative at least. So I assume there's a decides not to. Decides not to ready, or there isn't a ready. I would assume this means that there is no ready. Cycle of Vengeance is not the worst. If he puts the Fate on the Berserker, then whatever. Now for Greater Glory though on the Unicorn side. Also no spoils. Some pretty interesting opening hands here. And Soulweaver doing a decent job here, provided like 2 power for the attack, provided... Oh. Wait, you're going to use a... Wait, a defensive in service to my lord? I guess really wants to censure online. Oh wow, this is a really good hit. But at least the Spectral Visitation ensures that there's still favor for Lion. But that's a really good find for a Unicorn. This is almost, again, a perfect flip. We might see a Fate on the Soul Weaver. But otherwise, we can dig for Captive... No, sorry. Not Captive Audience. Cavalry Reserves. The Honored Veteran somewhat negated. Distributed as much power to both sides. Wait, and we see Fate on the Battle Maiden Recruiter, not on the Soul Weaver. Well, okay, it's just going to pay for a steed, I presume. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Winning Void here would be optimal for Unicorn. Please don't greed on fate. Just... I don't know the hand. It could be that Unicorn could use some fate. There are some Elegant Descent, there is Makeshift War Camp. There is like a Shinjo Ambusher. There is For Greater Glory, so combined with the Cavalry Reserves, they could probably use it. Okay. Pretty big defensive from Lion. They might need it. At the moment, Cavalry Reserves is a possible play, but need to check for Banzai preferably. The Banzai is still positive against the first way of the line here. Okay, Logic Tactics. East Wind. Countered by Fan of Command. I don't expect Unicorn to be out of tricks. But yeah. Being patient with the Censure Hail was rather easy. Okay, Curve Blade. Probably see a let go. Yeah. Logic Tactics. Banzai on the other side. Now it becomes kind of iffy if there's still gas on the Unicorn side. A Makeshift War Camp would probably be optimal. Okay, we see an assassination, but that's damage control. Wait, why is this a 2-bid? I mean, I get it from the Unicorn side, but yeah, and no attachment control, going for air in this situation. But we burn to all Logic Tactics. Like, you're going air here. Actually, Unicorn should have just bid 4 or 5. But there is also the steed, so there are... I mean, but in the end, all this does is win an airing. That is like... That's worth nothing. Lion's going to stand with the in service to my lord they got, and they are going to go water and take 2 breaks. There was no spoils. Like, Unicorn wanted to win here for at least Phoenix Tattoo sets, like Phoenix Tattoo makes it so they're not super far behind, but like, I can see how the Courteous greeting and such provide a way for you to have a aggressive game plan and push through. But when faced with a lion like this, with no call to war, then you can't just go all out and hope everything works out. Because if it doesn't, yeah, you just lost and you're not even playing HMT. It's a pretty weird Unicorn mindset. Okay, unfulfilled duty. Yeah, now the in-service to my lord comes in. Cutie Comma is going to trigger. And that's going to bow the young warrior. Like, at least if they went void, they wouldn't have been hopelessly behind. Reservist is 1 political, so can poke on Earth. It's probably good enough, replace itself and discard a card on the opponent, take 1 honor away. But yeah, Musashi probably has a For Greater Glory in hand, and probably hard committed on that without certainty that they were going to get it. Yeah, if it were up to me, I would definitely drop the For Greater Glories, or at least 1 copy of the 2 For Greater Glories, and put in hand to hands. If you clearly indicate I'm going for military with my 3 captive audiences anyway, then I'd rather you have actual attachment removal to stop these sort of blowouts. And like play a little bit less hyper aggressive. I guess Rime. Rime is attachment removal. Mm. I mean, there is another fan of command available, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it it's not really cute, Corsair, when you where you can just straighten them. Like there's no need. It's not like you need to move in or can even move in this turn with fan of command. So unless I'm like missing a particular inclusion, but no. I also found I'll keep. Okay, we see already on the lion side, on the unicorn side. Not that it matters on the unicorn side. Mm. Political. Oh, sorry. Wow. The political attack from Unicorn here isn't quite bad because, assuming they have a captive audience, it needs to commit the Agatoki, and then the political attack from Lion is 3 power. Um, Honestly, given their board state, I think political favor was just a tad better for Lion. Lion calling out Unicorn for not having any political skill. They have a flank the enemy, which makes the opponent choose, so that's not very good. They have 2 exposed secrets, but that only bows the keeper initiate. If they would have went void, at least they would have removed Mozzo. Okay, small victory with the Earthring win, but it's still going to be a rather long game for Unicorn. At least this attack will do nothing, and currently gives Unicorn at least an extra boost, as the Driven by Courage province is revealed. Phoenix to 2 on a keeper, that's pretty risky here. Captive, but there's a Banzai. We might actually see Unicorn be dishonored next turn. So there is the yurt. So yeah, Lion has a fairly solid grasp. They can't win this turn, but I think now there's more than enough power to just commit to a conflict and win. Like Uzaki can attack Paul with the Honored Keepers and break. Can take the Brawler and then put the Brawler in, and then everything is bowed on the Unicorn side. Like, I would like to think of possible outs for Unicorn, but at least Lion thinks that they'd rather keep them low on cards, and of course they have 2 tactical ingenuity on the field, so can't exactly blame them. And the fact that the Makeshift Warcamp is on Art of War isn't the best. Yeah, Samura prevents a keeper from defending. Okay. We see Saber played on the Border Rider, but there is no defense, so not sure why. Oh no, sorry, it's Saber. That's the Fate one. My bad. I was thinking of Curved Blade. Okay, for greater glory, so Lion really needs to break 2 now, preferably, or let Unicorn not break the second province this turn. I would be hard pressed to see Unicorn do that, but if Lion overcommits now, although they can bow everything. Watering, huh? I don't quite see why you would attack Watering here. Probably at this point, Void is better. Earth is better. Fire is better. Okay, we go to Weight of Duty. Not really an amazing target right now. Think your best bow is probably the Keeper Initiate with the Phoenix tattoo, if you want to. But more than likely, Musashi currently favors the 2 strength more. Okay, third Phoenix tattoo for a good measure. Not that it really matters. Guess we'll see Border Rider ready, although not sure what it's going to do. Because it's a 0 political character, so that would mean we are going for captive audience. And even then, there's enough power available. Steed is on the benefactor. I kind of hate defending with the Jackie here. I really want to see that third province broken this turn, but yeah, the 9 power keep is probably are enough. Yeah, Exposed Secret's not very good when you're down to 1 bit. Exposed Secrets is a pretty underrated card. Definitely good in a lot of situations. To 0 Fate. 0 Fate Bow during political. That's good for some clans. Of course, becomes a bit able to be played around if there isn't a 5 or a 4 bit going on, so putting 3 in your deck is a bit much. So probably 1 or 2 of, like is the case for Musashi, is probably decent. Okay, I don't need to forget that there was the talisman, I think. Oh no, wait, that wasn't a talisman, that was Agetoki's ability. Sorry. I thought there was a talisman plate, but there is a talisman in the deck. But there is Agetoki. Never mind. So this is a full-on swing for Lion, no questions asked, and you win the game. There's one fan of command. I think there's one in the bin that fell off. I forgot Riot in the street, so it is potentially defendable. So you first want to use the Favorable Ground. Wait. Why did Musashi use Riot in the street to bow their own Border Rider? Did I miss something? No, it was just a misclick. The Border Rider is ready, yeah. So now we ride in the streets again, but there is the fan of command. But after the Way of the Lion there is... And there's still Move In, and then Ujaki. So yeah, Move In of the... Okay, chooses just to pull it off with the 2 cards. Levy doesn't put their comrades in arms into the conflict though, so that's only 1. Yasamuga is bound because of the other brawler, but he can still stand. He can still use Take Up Command, and now with the steed he can stand himself. Yeah, just say it that it meant to be steed, and then you'll use a Take Up Command on the Conqueror. It's not that hard. It's Jigoku, it happens. He's been by Satori, but now Fan of Command. And Sharpen the Mind, and that's game? Okay, that's game. Alright. Resilient Province. Riot in the streets with this build. That was pretty cute. But yeah, executing that sort of game plan against Lion is difficult, especially if you went full on greed and only included pure stat buffs, either in the form of events or the makeshift war camps and such, and then ready effects. No interaction meant no removal of the Fan of Commands, no... yeah, and even though they probably should have been able to use the weakness of no call to war and go Void Ring, because of the options, they kind of went low on honor, so were probably required to go airing a few times. So technically the airing was correct with how their hand was going, but coming from a gameplay perspective or having to take into account the Lion gameplay perspective, having to go airing is not what you want. That just gets you killed. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. Lion takes the round. This time by not explicitly having it thrown at them, but it's solid, right? Okay, as always, this was Tomoyo. Happy to bring you some more content. Next game, let me just check. Is 16. Next game is this Saturday at 9 p.m. Sorry, 8 p.m. UTC. And then Sunday we have another game. So I'll probably see you guys then, or either Dirty Deeds or Suka. Yeah. Alright. This is Tomoyo. Happy to bring you more content. See you guys at a later date.